Hi, this is Carrie Boat with the Medicare Cafe team. I am an agent with Senior Benefit Services, and I am also a registered Social Security advisor, or an RSSA. And today I'm going to be sharing kind of the three most frequent questions that I get from my clients about Social Security. So one of the most common questions I get is, what is the future of Social Security? Is it really going bankrupt? Those are very common questions that kind of come with the idea, the bias that Social Security is just headed towards disaster and that it is going to be bankrupt by the year 2030. And that is not really the whole story. Right now, we do know that by the year 2034 is what the actuarials are estimating. By 2034, 100% of Social Security retirement benefits will not be able to be paid out if and only if nothing is done to change the program. So again, that is if nothing is done. There have been hundreds of proposals of ways to fix the solvency issue so that it can pay 100% of its benefits. So quick little Social Security history. In the 1930s, when Social Security first started, it was designed to be a pay-as-you-go system, meaning the current workforce paying their FICA taxes were funding the program for those retirees who were pulling. Back then in the 30s, there were an average of 15 workers for every one retiree pulling. So the program was going great. There were ample of funds in the program. Fast forward to today's world, there are only 3 workers for every one retiree drawing. A couple of things that go into that is, there are 10,000 baby boomers, as we all know, turning 65 every day, pulling their retirement benefits. There is also less people in the workforce than we've ever had. There are also people are living longer than they were in the 1930s when this program was first developed. So once you factor in all of those things, you kind of understand it's created this solvency issue. One thing to note is that we've been here before. In the early 80s, we knew Social Security wasn't going to be able to pay out 100% of its benefits. So they made an amendment in 1983, which increased our FICA taxes, increased it from 5.4 to 6.2, which is what it is now. That issue in 83, that those amendments were supposed to get us to 2020. And it's actually worked better than anticipated, and it will get us to 2034. So it is not a worry of mine that come the year 2034, that Social Security will be bankrupt, that there is no future for Social Security, because one of these amendments will be made again, whether it's increase FICA taxes again or increase the retirement age. There's hundreds of proposals, as I mentioned. So something will be done to fix that solvency issue. And I truly believe that come the early 2030s, it won't be an issue and you will still be receiving 100% of your Social Security benefits. Another common Social Security question that I get is, when should I file my benefits? I'm turning 65, I'm claiming my Medicare. Should I also start claiming my retirement benefits? And the answer to that question is not a simple yes or no. There are tons of factors that go into the decision of when you should file your benefits. Why it is so difficult is there are over 2,700 rules surrounding the Social Security program and thousands of claiming strategies. And many people are uneducated about which of those claiming strategies directly affect them. People seek out help. Typically, they seek out the Social Security Administration for guidance. And actually, the Social Security Administration is not legally allowed to give you advice. They cannot tell you when you should claim your benefits. They cannot strategize with you. They can answer your questions. They can tell you how much your amount is. They can tell you how to file, but they're not allowed to strategize with you and tell you this is what you should do to get the most money. That's part of the problem. But when you look at all the different factors, so you can start claiming your benefits as early as 62. If you are someone who maybe has some health concerns, you don't have a very long life expectancy, or you don't think there's the longevity there, by all means, you should be someone who files earlier than others, because you might not live long enough to see the benefits of delaying your Medicare. Or if you are someone who just simply financially you need that income, by all means, take your benefits early. Or on the opposite of that, if you are someone who doesn't need the funds, maybe you're still working, or maybe you have multiple pensions and you don't need your Social Security retirement benefit, you might be someone who benefits from delaying until age 70. Health is a factor that we consider, finances. There are several things that you have to consider before deciding when to claim. And there's also strategies, if there's a spousal benefit, a survivor benefit, an ex-spousal benefit, there's lots of things that you need to be educated on before a client makes that decision of when to file for benefit. The last frequent question that I get from my clients about Social Security is, can I still work while I'm claiming my Social Security benefits? And the answer to that is yes, you can absolutely still work while claiming your benefits. It's just, should you do that? So if you are under your full retirement age, and your full retirement age it's a set age that it kind of depends on the year that you were born. But if you were born in 1960 or later, your full retirement age is 67. If you are under 67 and you still want to work and have earned income while also claiming your Social Security benefits, you are subject to what's called the earnings test. So that means if you make above a certain income, they actually start withholding some of your Social Security benefits. So if you're 62 and you're making more than $22,000 a year, I would not recommend claiming your Social Security benefits, because you are taking a permanently reduced Social Security benefit and they're withholding some of your benefits because your income is above the earnings limit. So you can still work and also claim your benefits. It just might not be the right decision for everybody. But once you hit your full retirement age of 67, or depending upon your birth year, it might be 66 and 6 months or whatever. Once you reach your full retirement age, you can have whatever income you want. There is no penalty. They don't withhold any of your benefit amount. So once you hit 67, you can have whatever earned income you want. And please note that it's just earned income, like W-2 wages or 1099 income. If you are taking distributions from like an IRA or a pension, rental income, none of that stuff counts. It is just earned income from actually working that goes towards that earnings limit. Thanks for listening, guys. If you like this content, don't forget to join us every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Join me and the Medicare Cafe team. You can find us on the Medicare Cafe YouTube page.